And the news from the track is Alfie's telling me down the line that Deputy Head has been supported, and that's reflected on the TAB too. It's certainly tumbling in there in comparison to its opening quote. So the news from the track: money for Deputy Head and Unvanquished, but Actuary is on its way out. It's drifting out. And that's Actuary and Danny Nikolic about to go up into the stalls. Danny riding in Miles Plum colours, the navy blue with the white cap. Just a little bit reluctant to go up. Now let's head to Moonee Valley for the first and join our caller, Greg Miles.
Right, Matt, thank you. Good evening to you. First four have been locked in for this first on the program. There's been a few good betting moves here. And at this stage, the best tried in it is number 5, Unvanquished. Deputy Head has been well supported. Actuary is the easing favourite. Dean also on board with the snout. Thanks, Dean. Going up into the gates there, Frankie Dettori, the world famous jockey, on Unvanquished, a horse who was absolutely poleaxed at his most recent run when heavily supported at Caulfield. Lucky Town goes in for Stephen King. Very impressive. Good turn of foot in winning at Benalla. We need Deputy Head to get set, and also Set of Romance. Deputy Head third at Cranbourne last time out. Good effort. Sits up on the pace. Should be ready to produce here tonight. Coming up here for Mark Flaherty. Nearly set. Track is still rated officially as dead. Rail is out 7 metres. Penetrometer this morning at 4.56, but it's been a fairly warm day. Quite still, but fortunately the rain has stayed away, and it will stay away for the night, we're told, and they're off in the first on the card. And one of the slowest out, Cool As, settling towards the end. Deputy Head, Actuary away fast. Set of Romance from an outside barriers going up. Dodger retaining the inside, and Unvanquished is staying out very wide in the run to that turn. He's back fourth last now. Set of Romance enters the back straight, a length and a half clear. Deputy Head working up on the outside, followed then by Dodger, and in the centre there is Actuary. About 3 lengths further back is Sir Philly Ribe, and they're followed by Prince Ali. Then came Clearly Famous the inside. 3/4 away is Unvanquished on the outside. 2 lengths to Cool As, and as they came towards that 800 turn, Lucky Town is last of all. Set of Romance the leader. In second placing is Deputy Head on the outside, a length and a half to Actuary, getting a good trail. Then Ribe on the outside of Dodger, and they're followed Prince Ali. Back behind them then is Unvanquished, going for runs between horses now, and then came Clearly Famous, Lucky Town, and Cool As back last of all by the school. And Set of Romance had it to Deputy Head and Actuary. Ribe running on 4 wide, and then Dodger. Back behind those is Clearly Famous making ground on the inside, and Dettori's hard at work on Unvanquished, who's not responding at the moment. Set of Romance from Ribe coming around the home turn, and they're clear to Clearly Famous, and then came Unvanquished, who's got to the outside to mount his challenge, but here Ribe has kicked away for Damien Oliver, and the fillies full of running by 3 lengths. Cool As coming from a long way back, and Unvanquished on the outside, but it's all Ribe in the run home. She'll bolt it in by about 4 lengths. Cool As second, Unvanquished got up for third, Set of Romance fourth, Clearly Famous next, and then Dodger. Long break Deputy Head, who struggled badly, and then Lucky Town. Actuary, gee, it's beaten 1 to the line only. Second last, Actuary, and Prince Ali was the one at the tail. Ribe is the winner. Number 9, Damien Oliver, continued a run that took her to the lead up towards the turn, and she just raced right away from them. Taking on the Colts, she went round to the Manifold last time out, but she was caught 4 or 5 wide in a slow run race, and could easily put the pin through a lot of horses who went round in the Manifold Stakes. But she's been too good beating the boys here. Probably slight drop in grade for her this evening, and she just bolted away at the business end and won handsomely. Damien Oliver and Lee Friedman. I note a tongue tie in her gear for the first time tonight. That just might have helped sharpen her up as well, and she did bolt away and win it easily. 9 in the frame, Ribe, Damien Oliver. To pay $7.70 and $2.50. Second goes to Cool As, which pays $2.50. And third place goes to number 5, Unvanquished. And we should have those, a full bank of totes up on screen. Here we go, $1.70 for Unvanquished. Quinella paying $27.30. Exacta $62. The trifecta paid $291.80 on 9, 3 and 5.
All right, Greg, thanks. We were talking about top jockeys before the race, and there's one of the best. And Damien and Oliver riding with a lot of confidence tonight after winning that big race at Geelong yesterday. And the very heavily backed Melbourne Cup runner Media Puzzle won the Geelong Cup for Damien yesterday. Now they're at the start at Penrith for race.
And they're away. Telford dwelt a little bit. You Little Butte began slowly, and El Barak immediately drops back. Recabar from the good gate has begun fairly well, but Fra Diavolo's going forward and wanting the front spot. Boy Blue from the wider gate also pushing over, and he's going to get up with the leaders. On the snip takes the nice sit behind them, and as you would on the rail with Telford, You Little Butte has got in nicely, and Wild Classic with only a few behind it. Riscado, one of them, and El Barak after beginning slowly is last of all. A lot of speed. It's Recabar on the inside being tested by Fra Diavolo. On the snip, 3 wide at them as they've gone close to the half mile. The favourite Telford's got a great trip right behind them on the snip, travels well. Next 10 in between runners, there's about 5 off the leaders, Wild Classic. On the rail, You Little Butte as they're rolling along. Riscado back with 2 behind it, on its inside is As You Would, and El Barak is last of all. As they come down towards the 600 metre mark and past that post now, it's Recabar in front by a head. Fra Diavolo's under pressure. Boy Blue pushing on. Right behind them on the snip coming out, and Telford outside it looms up well. Wild Classic travels nicely. You Little Butte comes through. They come to the corner. As You Wood's held up, got a check. Didn't get much luck. Riscado next. El Barak is last of all. On the outside, Boy Blue's under the whip. Telford's under pressure. You Little Butte for Scott Seamer swept around and went to the front, and he looked the winner. You Little Butte sprinted to the lead. He got a 2-length break. Out wide making ground. As You Would goes to second. A battle for the minors. Telford might run third, but You Little Butte wins by 2. As You Would second, third on the snip, and fourth the favourite Telford. Next in El Barak, who battled, followed by Recabar. Out wider was Riscado. He didn't do much. Wild Classic second last. And last of all, after working hard early, Fra Diavolo.
10 You Little Butte, 560, 180 for Scott Seaman. Number 3 is second, As You Would, $3.80 for third. 2 on the snip, $2.20.
For an assessment of your current loan situation, call the Loan Inquiry Centre. It'll cost you absolutely nothing to find out how much you can save. If you have real estate as security, call the Loan Inquiry Centre on 9958 1677 for your free assessment.
Conditions apply. Keeping your...
Is shopping pretty well. Shorter than that on course. Cook Street, the second elect on track, and then Red October, who's been a drifter. Cook Street, oh, what's this one playing up in the gates here? Was it Nasuno? No? Yes, it is Nasuno. He was in a pretty cranky mood on his way to the stalls too, and he's played up when he's got in the gates. And he just got himself temporarily caught up there. Bet will run the rule over this fellow. Let's see, he's been a big drifter on course. He's a $19 chance. Showed some good ability at his first couple of starts, but obviously something went wrong there, and he spent a long time on the sidelines. He disappointed first up from a spell. Now coming up here is Cook Street in the pink colours. Excellent run under the lights last start behind El Capitan. Now Dilute coming up. This might well be going to come out Nasuno. Yeah, there's a siren. He'll be a late scratching. Nasuno, and the sub will be 2 Prime Century. Just await this announcement for the horse to come out. Previous here tonight, won by You Little Butte, and the first was taken by Ribe. Now, here's the scratching. Hello, yes. 3, 8 o'clock, Vet's Advice. Thank you. 3 out at 8 o'clock on Vet's Advice then, and they're off and racing. Caught them reasonably at the 1200 metres, and Mensa began fast with Dan Tarner, away fast in the early stages. Strategic Prince settles down in third, and they were followed by Cosmic Dust. Prime Century is on the outside of her. Then Logical Choice caught about 4 wide and going on at the 800 turn. Red October's following Logical Choice. Then came back towards the end Cook Street and Dilute last. Dan Tarner led by 2.5. Pesto second up the side. 2 lengths away then Cosmic Dust, the inside of Strategic Prince. Red October working into it wide. Logical Choice deeper still, and Cook Street's got up behind them but got nowhere to go now. Prime Century's found himself back second last on the outside, and Dilute up towards the turn they race now, and it's Dan Tarner leading from Pesto. Strategic Prince on the outside. Then came Cosmic Dust making ground along the rail from Red October. Prime Century's working into it, and Cook Street next on the inside, but Dan Tarner led around the turn. Cosmic Dust comes off the rail. Strategic Prince wider out, then Red October, and in the straight Dan Tarner the leader from Cosmic Dust, then Strategic Prince, but Dan Tarner all the way under the whippers holding them out, and Dan Tarner wins it from Cosmic Dust. Prime Century getting up on the inside to third, didn't have much luck, and then Red October. Strategic Prince a long break in the field then to the rest of them, headed by Logical Choice, Dilute. Second last to go over the line was Pesto, and back last was Cook Street. Led all the way under Dale Smith. One Dan Tarner the winner. 2 kilo claim for Dale Smith has helped, no doubt. Brought it in with 56, but it just jumped and ran, as it did at Moe last time out in lesser company. It's now gone bang bang with the 2 victories in a row after leading up. Before that struck a slower track at Moonee Valley here 3 starts ago. It was dead officially but got downgraded, and he finished on reasonably there, but he's put them together now. Won his maiden at his first run this preparation, and he's racing in good form. Just showed them a clean pair of heels all the way. One Dan Tarner. Cosmic Dust second, railed through and followed the leader. Got over his heels, looked at genuine hope at the turn, but Dan Tarner kept going strongly and held the filly in second place. And third to number 2, Prime Century. Well, he really didn't have the best of runs. Was caught wide, and then he drifted right back towards the end and came round them. Switching
Girl 160. Alf, you mentioned at one stage she drifted slightly. What's the latest there? Is she back in?
No, Matt, she has continued to sort of shift out a little bit, and just as I speak, she comes back in again. Pretty much square across the board there. There really hasn't been a move apart from that. Before Too Long has shifted out marginally, is just unders on the tote at the moment, and then Miss Marion shifted out a point. Still a little bit better on the tote too, and Jill Spark pretty much square across the board. Yeah, there hasn't been much activity at all, Matt.
All right, thanks, Alf, and let's go to Greg for the call.
Racing. Away in a good line too, and Jill Spark out towards the centre, and Innovation Girl hopped out quickly. Verstack and Fuji Beauty had no speed. It's a terrific charge. Before Too Long is zooming forward, and so too is Fortune. And Innovation Girl's going to be kept very busy up in front, with Before Too Long going through and leading a half length to Innovation Girl. Jill Spark is pushing up in the middle third. A length Fortune, followed by Raven Protector. Stella Finari very deep, followed by Romantic Flyer, the inside toast to the coast. Then the rail, Miss Marion, 2 lengths further back, Verstack. Through to Fuji Beauty last of all. Down inside the 650 metre mark, Before Too Long, 3/4 in front of the favourite Innovation Girl. A length for the back, Fortune. On the outside, Raven Protector. Jill Spark back in the middle, then toast to the coast. Romantic Flyer, Miss Marion, Stella Finnair dropped out. Further back, Verstack and Fuji Beauty last of all. Before Too Long's accelerated away and got 2.5 in front. Before the turn from Innovation Girl, 2 to Fortune. Before Too Long's got a big lead over Innovation Girl turning. She led by a good 2.5. Innovation Girl trying hard. This leader going boldly though, Before Too Long. Innovation Girl is desperate to try and get her, but Before Too Long's going to run her right off the legs, and Before Too Long wins 2.5. Innovation Girl. 4 away, third Fortune. On the outside, fourth would have been Jill Spark. Miss Marion toast to the coast. Further back, Verstack, followed by Fuji Beauty, Raven Protector, and a long gap, or a couple have had their hearts broken here, Romantic Flyer and Stella Finnair.
What a spring for Jimmy Cassidy so far. Another Group 2, 3 Before Too Long, $6.10 and $1.60. Track record run by Before Too Long. Number 1 Innovation Girl, $1.20, and for third, number 2 Fortune at $4.50. That track is in lightning order at Moonee Valley. 110.2 We started racing on a dead track. If we're going to stand by for an upgrade there after the running of the Champagne Stakes. 1:10.2. Broke Manicado's track record? Just stand by for that.
Yeah, we'll stand by. That's a blistering run if she has.
Well, that's the word we're getting down the line from Brian Martin. Quickly back to Brian.
For Jim Cassidy tonight. And that's a great exhibition of high-speed racing. Before too long, ran second to Innovation Girl back here in the Crockett. And Jim Cassidy having trouble pulling her up. She's still going.
Angle Park Race 5. One Tiny Sheila, 11.90, 4.40, 2.8.
Off and running this time, a bit slow to begin, another party, and here for glory out of the gates. First out here, Lucky Punch, but Bowl Reef with great speed from the outside is burning across. And with a terrific turn of foot, Bowl Reef is shot two in front of Armour Dramas, followed for the back by Unracel Saint. Around it goes Rich Ruby Red up third, Unracel Saint fourth. Lucky Punch fifth, and further back Champagne Miss from Benmore. Then Enos Treasure, back behind them Gold Duo. To another party, and two last of all here for glory. This has got great speed, the South Australian Bowl Reef had led by 3 down to the 650 metre mark from Armour Dramas. A length and a half Rich Ruby Red and Unracel Saint is fourth. A length and a half Lucky Punch from Champagne Miss, Enos Treasure the rail. 2 to Benmore, Gold Duo, Gap another party, and here for glory at the 350 and Bowl Reef a length and a half to Armour Dramas, who's out after it. A length and a half then to Unracel Saint, about to hook to the outside now third. 2 lengths Lucky Punch, Rich Ruby Red dropped off there. Around the turn, Bowl Reef in front. Armour Dramas got to it quickly. A length and a half further back than Unracel Saint, but Armour Dramas took the lead. Unracel Saint and Lucky Punch coming home well. Lucky Punch is out after Armour Dramas. Lucky Punch going home better, and Lucky Punch a half to 3/4 to Armour Dramas, and Unracel Saint is third. Then here for glory, Gold Duo. Bowl Reef went very fast but stopped just as quick. Further back than Champagne Miss with Enos Treasure. Another party, Benmore, and last of all, Rich Ruby Red.
The birthday boy, Kieran McAvoy, 3 Lucky Punch, 17.50 and 4.80. 1 Armour Dramas at $2.10. 11 Unracel Saint, $1.40. He's 23 today, Kieran, and of course Melbourne Cup winning jockey back a year and a half ago aboard Brew. Lucky Punch too good for Armour Dramas and Unracel Saint.
McAvoy's been too strong, number 3. Number 1 is second Armour Dramas, and third in number 11, and that's Unracel Saint. 3, 1 and 11. 3, 1, 11 to the 5th for the day.
Standing, or for the night, standing by for the totes to go into the frame. The 6th event at the Valley. 1 Bush Padre, $6. 2 Accabilk, 9. 3 Adolescent, $6.80. 4 Kabila, 20. 5 Prince Benbara, 24. 6 Cheverny, $8.40. 7 Forest Jim, $8.30. 8 The Man, $7.60. 9 Gold Lottie at $4.20, and 10 The Fats at $18. That's a good race, that. Favourite is number 9 Gold Lottie, $4.20, $1.50. Tips are 1, 2, 3, 9. Late mail 1, and that race is time to go at 10 o'clock. Have we got totes there on the previous race 5? We do.
And the winner number 3, Lucky Punch, returns $17.50 and $4.80. 1 Armour Dramas, $2.10. 11 Unracel Saint, $1.40. The Quinella, $61.20. Exacta, $122.30. Trifecta, $522.20. Double 3 and 380, $5.80. Special div, $7.10. 12, 13 and 14 were scratched. We stand by for the 4th number as well as other details.
Angle Park Race 8, number 1 Barney Bravado,
$6.60 for second, $3.90 for third. Quinella $17.30, Exacta $23.70, Trifecta $200.90, and the Superfecta $457,983, $2,637.10.
Pace if she gets away with them. There's a lot of horses who get back in the field in this race, so if she gets a nice trail on the speed, she'll be hard to beat. Nearly ready, Kabila moved in, the Maui Cup winner, and they're set to run. Little movement from Accabilk. He's shifting around in the gates. All clear now. Off they go, and Gold Lottie jumped away pretty well. The man was out all right, so was Ackerbilk. Cheverny's going forward in the early part. Prince Benbara Kabila drift back to towards the tail. Down to the judge, Ackerbilk from the man and Cheverny easing. Gold Lottie right behind them. Adolescence handy on the inside. 3 lengths further back in the field is Bush Padre as they leave the straight. The Fats is over on the outside, and they've followed Prince Benbara, Forest Jim and Kabila last inside the 1600. Ackerbilk in front of the man with Cheverny working 3 wide, so boots up to take the front. In behind them then is Adolescence. This is a good fast run race. Gold Lottie in a nice place. 2 lengths further back is Bush Padre on the outside, and they're being followed as they run up to the 1200 by Prince Benbara. Well back is the Fats, 3 deep as they go around that turn. Kabila the rail and Forest Jim in the centre. Cheverny had gone to the front, into the back by 2. Ackerbilk, and the man is third. 2 lengths Adolescence fourth on the inside of Gold Lottie. A length and a half Bush Padre on the outside there of Prince Benbara. The Fats has been deep, and then came Forest Jim second last and Kabila inside the 1000, and Cheverny by a little over 2 lengths here. The man outside Ackerbilk, 2 lengths to Gold Lottie on the outside of Adolescence. Then the Fats in the purple colours, followed by Bush Padre, Prince Benbara. Second last is Forest Jim and Kabila. Cheverny made that top turn by a length and a half. The man is second. Ackerbilk is third. Gold Lottie every chance. The Fats wider out. Then Adolescence, followed by Prince Benbara. Forest Jim's hooking to the outside of Bush Padre to start a run, and he's going very quickly around the field. Coming up towards the home turn, Cheverny narrowly. Gold Lottie about to close. On the outside, Forest Jim making a line of 3 from the man, and then Bush Padre and Ackerbilk coming to the turn. Cheverny from Gold Lottie. Forest Jim, he's there third on the outside, just starting to whack away a bit now. And then Bush Padre, they come to the turn. Cheverny in front of Gold Lottie. Forest Jim the outside, and then Bush Padre. Cheverny is well clear though, out by about 3 lengths. Kabila out of the pack is closing rapidly. Cheverny by 2, holding on. Cheverny beats the fast finishing Kabila. Nearly a dead heat third, Bush Padre, Forest Jim. Followed then by Prince Benbara, the man. Gold Lottie folded up the straight, then Ackerbilk. Long break Adolescence, and the Fats last of all after a hard run. Cheverny taking the lead up the side after being caught wide. A little bit suspect at the distance, but just kept on running under Glen Boss. 6 Cheverny, 2 good. A meeting that's been quite dominated in parts by on-pace runners and beautifully rated in front by Glen Boss. Cheverny has got home. 6-year-old trained by Guy Walter and ridden by Glen Boss. Guy will be back here with bigger plums chasing on Saturday in the Cox Plate. But a nice little start with Cheverny. Ran 5th at its last start at Randwick back on the 7th of October behind Aries. And so I recall, I don't think he had a lot of luck in that particular race, had to work across. And the weight just told on him in the last little bit. He would have relished the weight drop this afternoon. He's been carrying the grandstand, particularly his last run in Sydney. Dropped right down, of course, to 52.5 and kept on rolling this evening. He's by Grand Lodge from the Prego mare V&A, and racks up his 10th victory overall from 49 starts. Hasn't been out to this trip all that often in recent runs, and he really didn't possess a great record at the distance. 2 tries and hasn't figured in the frame, but he certainly just kept on rolling this evening. Good win, well rated. Second placing, number 4, Kabila. He's a get-back horse. You've just got to have your heart in your mouth with him. He really did charge to the line strongly, but the winner had something in hand in the last little bit. Forest Jim just made a lightning move. He got there very, very quickly, and then he won battered over the last couple of 100 metres. Bush Padre ran 4th, and 5th was Gold Lottie, who had a perfect trail, but she battled a little to finish it off. Here are the divvies. The quaddie first of all. 1, 3, 3 and 6 has paid a beauty, $24,284.20. For Dan Turner, Before Too Long, Lucky Punch and Cheverny. That's a huge dividend, $24,284.20. The win place, we've got 12 even and 4.30 Cheverny, $4.10 Kabila, $2.10 Forest Jim. The Quinella 82.10, the exacta $230. The trifecta, about that exacta $230.30. Trifecta's paid $2,064 even. Now the running double, $281.40 on 3 and 6. The daily double, also 3 and 6, $102.80. And that quaddie 1, double 3, 6, $24,284.20. 1 1/4 the winning margin by 2 1/2, and the time coming through at 2 minutes 7.51. 2 minutes 7.51. Shavuni, Kabila and Forest Gym placings in the JRA Cup. We've got one to go from Moonee Valley tonight. Scratchings of 4, 13 and 14. Damien Oliver will ride number 12 Riva Storm, replacing Frankie Dettori. And a special guest caller up from Tasmania, Colin McNiff, will be back with the call of the last event tonight. So I'll bid you farewell and look forward to one heck of a day's racing from Moonee Valley on Saturday.
Good luck with your calls there on Saturday, Greg. I'm sure they'll be first class. They certainly have been over the last couple of weeks of the carnival. They've been just as exciting as the racing. And I'm sure we're looking forward to another big one from Greg on Saturday in what should be a fantastic race to call, I'd imagine. Shavuni winning there. Guy Walter didn't really think it was an ideal situation for a race meeting at Moonee Valley tonight, I know. 2 days before the Cox Plate, there's Guy, the trainer of Shavuni, but his owners wanted to run, and this was a suitable race for Shavuni tonight. Guy was just a bit worried that if it was wet tonight, they might make a little bit of a mess of the track before Saturday. Guy's got Defier in the Cox Plate, and Defier is no good when it comes to wet tracks. He needs a firm surface. But as it's turned out, the rain stayed away. Guy's won a listed race, and things have worked out pretty well. So he had nothing to worry about in the end. That'll settle him down. That good win there tonight of Shavuni was a good win too. Now Canterbury's coming up in 7. Zaruk, Lion Pride, 12 Oaks Oscar, and Hubcapper 1, 2, 8, and 3 for the ratings.
We're aboard. Brava's gone into line with Want Away, Nevertheless, Skyboat. Raven's Pal has gone up a little wider on the track. Our Heather is coming forward now. Bacon getting set. A little bit of rain falling here, of course, the big day on Saturday, the Cox Plate. Now, the well-supported Riva Storm, Damien Oliver aboard, going into line. As the purple with the white sleeves and cap. Begum is ready. Archmobile coming up. Lady Treese. And Zoilus will be the last couple to come forward. That's Archmobile going in. There's Lady Treese coming into line now. So 2 to move in. And the last couple coming into line now for the final event of the night. Lady Treese just a little playful. Zoilus to go up and join it now. And they're just about ready to go for the last of the night. Last of 7 here. Archmobile comes up and Zoilus will be the last. Now Zoilus to go up on the outside. Dan Nikolic in the saddle. Archmobile alongside it. Begum standing well with Lady Treese. Brava drawn the inside. Nevertheless is ready. Our Heather the favourite. And the well-backed Riva Storm alongside each other. Now Zoilus. Just a little reluctant to move into the barrier stalls here at the 1500. Backs away again, a group of attendants to lead it in. $2.60 for number 5, Our Heather. Riva Storm is $6. Number 3, Raven's Pal at $6.50 and 1 Archmobile at $8. Now Nikolic is dismounted here. And they try to get this one up into the stalls. The rest are standing quietly. Now Zoilus gets half in. Can they complete the task? Now it comes up. Dan Nikolic about to jump back in. And they're set to run for the last of the night. Ready. Set to go. Off. Brava out fairly from the inside. The grey Wanaway began fast and nevertheless was showing speed to head up towards the lead. Also out wider there is Our Heather going